Alright, gang, welcome back to our farm-based challenge here on Riverbend Springs. After the first episode released, it does seem like a lot of you are excited about it, interested in it, so I'm loving that. I think it's going to be great. It is now November. We need to do a second fertilization application of the field we drilled in the last episode way over there. We're also probably going to be doing some contracts today as well. There are 2 fertilizing contracts that look pretty nice. Give us about 8 grand, I think, in the long run. So I think we are going to tackle those today. And we probably are also going to purchase that cornfield we kind of looked at towards the end of the last episode. I'm not sure if we're going to drill it today, but we will at least probably purchase it. We'll see how things go. We need to really kind of figure something out here, though. I talked about the silo in the last episode, but if we would have bought the silo, we couldn't buy this field with the corn on it, right? So we're going to have to figure something out, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not quite sure yet how we're going to figure anything out, given the fact there's not really anything out there on ModHub yet. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can come up with. In any case, how you all doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well, staying safe, all that good stuff. Things are good here. Things are good for the most part. As good as they can be, I suppose. The nice thing about this fertilizer spreader that we have here, we've got plenty of fertilizer in here to do those contracts, and it's such a wide width that it really won't take us long to do them. Those are all win-win options right there for us, right? Corn's looking good there in the corn maze. I think it's going to look better as corn, so we might just turn it into, you know, all corn maze at all times, right? Sunflower mazes are cool, don't get me wrong, but they're not as tall as like a corn maze. A corn maze is a lot more difficult to get through, in my opinion. So, it does look like we do have a few tiny pieces of weeds here coming up. I think before we move on here and do any contracts, I'm going to try to see if I can pull these out. With our hoe, right? So let's see if we can get these up or not. They are medium. I think our hoe can do low and medium, so hopefully that's not too big. But I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Now, I've mentioned this a couple of times now. I don't remember which way's front, which way's back. I think it's this way. I'm going to more than likely be partaking in that challenge that Rusty and Crestu came out with. That will probably, more than likely, be the next episode you see. We'll probably take a day off from this one. I wanted to get a few of these out in a row so then we don't have, you know, first episodes back-to-back. I wanted to kind of get a little foothold on one and then move on to another one. So probably be a little bit of an, you know, alternation now where we'll throw that in for at least one. We'll probably only do that once or twice a week at this point. Like I said, eventually that's going to be a once-a-week type of series. Yep, pulled it right out. Perfect. And this width on this thing is fantastic. So if we ever get any kind of contracts for hoeing or weeding, right, this is perfect. Doesn't take any time at all. We can just fly right through here. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm excited for that series. It's a very, very difficult series. But we'll see how it goes. And then the one map that I'm most excited about, I'm still trying to kind of work out the kinks on the challenge or we're going to do on that. Or whatever I decide to do if I change my mind and decide to wait on the challenge if it's just not working as well as I expected. So, drop that there. And let's go ahead and take a look at contracts here. Oh, there's 3 fertilizing contracts. Even better. We're going to do them all. That's going to get us over 10 grand. Well, we better grab them before they go away. Okay, perfect. So we've got that taken care of. There's some wood transportation. I'd like to try that at one point. We're probably not going to do it today. And then the dead wood, I feel like that's new in the contract state. So I'd like to try those at some point. It won't be today, but I'd like to try those at some point. It's just going to depend on how long it takes us to do these fertilizing contracts on if we decide to harvest the cornfield we're going to buy today or not. And really, if we do decide to harvest it today, we've got to figure out something to do with it, like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode. Corn is not good right now. It's really bad to sell. It's pretty much the worst it can be. So, we want active. Here we go. Okay, so one's way up north, one's way down, well, I guess it's in the middle. This one is right near where we're going to our cornfield anyway, so let's go to this one first. I don't know which way is the fastest way to get to it. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's go left. I think it might be slightly longer to go left, but let's go left. Get a little view of the map here a little more as well, right? Normally I would just do a little bit of a jump cut, but with this being such a new map and a brand new series here, let's take a view of the map here. Nice little pond of some sort down here. I would love to be able to get some water out of that if possible in the future. I believe this is our field right here, isn't it? Sure is. Alright, well, it doesn't really look like it needs fertilized, but it says it does, so we're going to go for it. And it is definitely jumping up there. Even better. Perfect. There's a bee buzzing around. There's more. I've noticed that there's a lot more just random bee sounds, just randomly placed than there were before, right? Before they were only really around when you put down a bee. Well, I was going to say a production. It's not really a production, I guess. Just a bee little hive, right? That's a cool little factory over there. Old school brick like that. Multi-tiered. I like that. I like that a lot. Have to look and see what that is here in a second. Once we're done with this contract here. Popped in a Chivy, baby! Help me to help you. Sure, I can take care of that, neighbor. Alright. What kind of production we got here? What are we dealing with here? What is this? I guess I just need to look at it on the map, huh? Well, it's not anything. Oh, yeah, here it is. Paper factory. Okay, well. Right now, at least currently, we don't have a whole lot of wood right now. But if we do, paper factory. Makes sense of the big, stack right there that it would be a paper factory, but anyway. Okay, so we need to figure out where the hell we're going now. So we got that one taken care of. Oh, they got big red circles on them now. This makes it much easier to figure out where they are. So I think we're just going to take this main road this way, into town here, and then up here, and then hang a lefty, and then we'll pretty much be there. So I tell you what, let's do a tiny bit of a time-lapse here getting that way. We'll do it slower than normal. It's not going to be like a 4-time like I normally would when I'm doing something on a field. We'll do like a 2-time or something, and we'll just do a little contract and just drive in, or do a little time-lapse and drive into town here. Pretty short one. We'll do probably like 2 times speed. Let's get over there. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. I really like this map, man. This is one of the better maps I think they've made in a long time. This is great. I think it's based off of somewhere in Arkansas. I've never been to Arkansas, so I can't really say a whole lot about how, you know, realistic this is, but turn the map off here. But I do. I really like it. It feels like an American farmland, a small town feel. That's what it feels like to me, and I love that. That's what I love the most. So if this is truly, if anybody knows and somebody's been there, and this is truly based on a specific city or location in Arkansas, please let me know. I want to put that on my list of places to visit at some point in my life. May sound crazy, but my wife and I like going to small little towns like this and, you know, spend the day there, day and a half there. Find the local pub or the local restaurant, whatever. Or even just if we're driving through it. We just like to drive. Like, we'll drive around and look at stuff, so. If we're ever in that area, we can put it on our list. It may not be. I didn't really look into it, and maybe that's already in like some, you know, some kind of release notes or something, or whatever. But I didn't really look into that before the game. I really tried to do as much as I could of not watching a whole lot, with the exception of a couple of the trailers. I didn't really want to spoil anything. That might sound crazy, but I wanted to kind of experience it as it you know, as I come across it. I didn't really want to know every single thing, every in and out about it. And that may mean that I have a little bit of a disadvantage in certain things where I think they're not possible, and maybe they are in another way. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. We always do. We always do. Now, this field is done. As soon as I do a little splash and dash here as we go by, it's done. Still 42% fertilizer, so plenty. Told you, a little splash and dash and we were done there. Okay. Apologize during that tiny little time lapse. Luckily, it was going slower than normal. Hopefully it didn't give you a headache or anything, but I had to pull the menu up. I got a little lost for a second. I thought I needed to turn this way, which I could have. It just would have been a longer route. It would have taken us around this way. So we basically just need to turn right and go straight up this road, and then right here, and then this way, I guess. I don't know if I can get through it this way or if I have to come around and take this road here. I don't know, but this one might be a little bit more confusing, so I won't put a time lapse in here. Maybe just a couple jump cuts or something, but unless I continue to talk to you and have things to talk about. We can at least look at the town here, or this, whatever this is, this side town, I guess. What is this? Woodworking buttons since 1908. Okay. Nice barn there. Real nice barn. Now, what I've noticed in this game so far is that it does seem... I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I am. Well, we're going a different path again, gang. Sorry. It does seem that if you buy pieces of land that you can buy, it's much more forgiving with letting you remove things. So let's say you bought let's say we bought straight ahead. Let's say we bought that piece of farm there and we didn't really want that barn there. For the most part, from everything I've noticed so far, it lets you remove it. Which, yeah, I mean, you could in the last game too, but there was a little bit more restrictions. It seems like they're willing to let you kind of make it your own a little bit more in this, which is great. So we take up this path. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's go to the next one. Flea market. Well, that's my style right there. I'll be hitting that flea market up. Yeah, this looks like a building like kind of in Kentucky or even Tennessee. There's long buildings like that kind of wrap around in awkward shapes. Little side of the road type of, you know, antique and gift shop places. I think this is where Crestu started his Riverbend series. It is. This is where Crestu started his Riverbend Springs series, which I believe he's just doing kind of a let's play. He's not doing anything, you know, any challenge or anything special on it. I have yet to watch his the new challenge we're going to be doing, we're going to be partaking in from Crestu and Rusty. I've yet to watch that yet. I think he just released a second video today. This is Sunday morning that I'm doing this recording, by the way. So I don't know how his is going about it. I do know that he picked the same map that I have picked, even though I haven't actually started the challenge yet. I had already decided I was going to do Sri Lanka. Yeah, we can get right through here, no problem. So, well, I'm interested to see how he goes about it, how he's, you know, taking care of it, I guess. It's a difficult challenge, man. If any of you, I'm sure most of you do, if you watch or subscribe to Crestu or Rusty. And if you're not, go give them a subscription. They're great, man. They're a good reason why I think I've got part of the following that I have now is because of them. So, thank you to them if they happen to be watching this. But go check it out. There's a lot to it. It's going to be hard for me to explain it to you. I think I'm going to mostly probably just, you know, kind of explain it in spurts, like I mentioned. I'll just, you know, bring up, you know, the stage one, I guess, or the part one of it, whatever you want to call it. And then, like I'll say, if you're interested in the rest of it, it'll be down in the description. And then whenever we start that next stage, I'll bring up, you know, what we have to accomplish then. Basically, you're making 3 farms. That's long story short, is you're making 3 farms and you're trying to survive the entirety of FS25 until the next Farming Simulator game releases. Not an easy feat, to say the least. Sorry, neighbor, I'm driving in your crops here. But anyway. We're nearly done here. This is going to be a nice money for us. This is going to be great. Little $10,000 extra. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable about buying that cornfield as well. Without it, we'd have less than $1,000 or somewhere around there. I really wouldn't be comfortable with buying that, given the circumstances here, right? So, I think contracts were inevitable and were needed for this series to continue to progress. And I don't do contracts very often either. Occasionally. A couple of different challenges. I think one challenge really was the only one that I've actually ever allowed them in. And I say it's not really it's a challenge from Crestu that I partook in. That was based off of, according to him at least, my initial challenge that I came up with, which was like the Gator challenge. And he kind of modified it. And I decided to partake in that one as well. So if you're new, both of those are on the channel. They're under the FS22 category on the main homepage. It's the easiest way probably for you to find it. The Gator Challenge and the Frugal Millionaire Challenge. Gator Challenge is very small. Very, very small. About 13 episodes, I think, exactly. I think that's exactly how many it was, actually, now that I say that. The other one was a bit longer. And I say a bit longer. It was 30+ episodes, I think. So, anyway, shameless plug there for those two series. So these fields are all now done. These contracts are done, I should say. Now I don't know how I turn these in. Well, there you go. It's just simple as that. Nice. We're up to $65,128. That is awesome. Awesome. Get into first-person view here for a second. There's a lot of trees there. I just felt like the camera was just going to be crazy on that one. So we're going to kind of go back a slightly different way here. Man, this is great. This is great farmland. This to me. Okay, see you, buddy. That's new. They actually passed you now. Did they pass you? I don't think they ever passed you in FS22. Not that I recall. That's new. Okay. Anyway, this to me feels more like where I live. Even though this is supposed to be, I think, like I said, based off of somewhere in Arkansas, this reminds me more of a southern Ohio feel. And what I mean by southern Ohio is I mean more specifically around the Cincinnati area. We have a lot of hills down here, the Ohio Valley from the Ohio River. We have areas where I've talked about it many times where it's just completely straight flat. Kind of where I live is straight flat, but more south of me in the Cincinnati area, this is maybe not as extreme on some of these hills, but this is similar to what you get with all the trees and the different awkwardly shaped farmland. Farm fields, I should say. This is great, man. I love this. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Where are we at right now on the field? Okay, we're coming up to ours. I was like, that looks an awful lot like our area, and it is. Well, that was real quick to get over here. It was just a hop, jump, and a skip. I didn't even have to do a jump cut. Fantastic. So let's put this away. We're going to go by that field. I'm going to grab the harvester. We'll get everything hooked up, and I will meet you at the field. All right, we made it to the farm here, gang. We're getting the header here unfolded. I love this header because we can fold it up, and it doesn't take up that much space. It's great. We need to unfold the actual harvester as well. Come on there, Z. Get it together, brother. And we are off. Now, I'm hopeful... Uh-oh. Okay. Why are we not... what are we doing here? What are we doing? I mean, we're moving here. Why are we not harvesting? What are we doing here? Maybe? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Gang, it's early in the morning. Give me a break. I'm sorry. I haven't bought this land yet. I'm an idiot. I swear I bought it. I didn't buy it. My bad. All right, we should be good now. We're going. Whew. Well, there you go. There's the first Z mistake of the series. That that happens. I'm tired, gang. I've been gone a lot lately. I was in Italy for a couple of weeks. Then I drove to Toronto and back, and just got back. Well, I guess it's been just over 24 hours now. Well, a little bit more than 24 hours. But anyway, you get what I mean. I've been going a lot. I've been moving a lot. I've been traveling a lot. I've been going a lot. So I'm a little slow, I guess, lately. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway, after that embarrassing mistake here, we're moving along here. We're getting this cornfield harvested. It's not a very big field. What we're likely going to do here, gang, is we'll get this thing harvested up. We'll see where we are as far as the time goes here. I don't think we're going to re-drill it in this episode. I think we'll probably wait to the next one. There are some more fertilizing contracts out there for us to do. Now, I don't want to just continue to do nothing but fertilizing contracts, but I do love fertilizing. If you've been around the channel for a while, if you're an OG on the channel, you know for a fact, and I've talked about it many times, that for whatever reason, a lot of people hate doing the fertilizing and the spraying, and I'm the complete opposite of that. I love it. What I hate doing is rolling. I do have the rolling on here for this series. We don't have a roller yet, obviously, but I do have it on. We will do the rolling until I get annoyed with it, until we get too big and it's annoying, and then I'll probably just let it go, because as many of you have pointed out correctly, I don't know if anything's changed in FS25 or not, but as many of you have pointed out correctly, I'm not really making a whole lot of extra money by doing the rolling with having a worker do it. And a lot of the times I was having a worker do it. So we will do some rolling initially up front here, but don't expect it to be the entire series. So I'm not keeping that as a constraint or something you have to do. But this field's very small. It won't take long. Let's get it done here, gang, and we will see where we are as far as time goes. Potentially do some more contracts. I would love to do a few more contracts. I think it would be nice if we have the time and the resources to do it. Maybe then we can purchase some kind of silo, because from what I'm seeing here, it looks like we're going to need one, unless we want to sell the corn outright for pretty much the lowest price possible, and I really don't want to do that. All right, that didn't take too long at all. There are 3 more fertilizing contracts out here, gang. I don't necessarily know if I want to do all of them. I think we're going to do this one. It's right next to the field we literally just harvested. So let's pick that one up. And these 2 are... So that little home icon you see there, that's not actually the home icon. I think that's the initial starting home plot. Like if you had a start farm switched on, which I probably will never have the start farm switched on, unless obviously we're doing a campaign playthrough, which we will do at some point. It's not going to be now. It'll be down the road in the future, but that one's kind of far away. This one's really far away. Let's just do that one. It's close. We don't have a ton of fertilizer left in the hopper anyway. We probably have to buy some more fertilizer to do any more. 22%. So this should be sufficient to do that field down here. Let's just do that one. And yeah, we'll probably call it. We'll call it. All right, here we are, gang. We're going to take care of this one. Don't let me forget. A little unrealistic for now, but I did leave the corn in the harvester. We're just gonna be a little cheeky with that and leave it in there, a little cheaty in there, I guess, with that. But I mean, it lets you do it, and there's not any major issues there. So we're gonna leave it in there. Now we do have environmental stuff on, so there could be a tornado or things like that could occur. I'm interested to see how it works and how everything, you know, reacts. I don't know if your equipment can be damaged. I would hope it is. I do know that the fields can be damaged and your yield can be lost big time. But I don't really know about the equipment and buildings and stuff like that. I'd love to see those be damaged and you have to repair those, but we'll see. Those of you who may already know that answer, that's fine. Like I said, I'm just trying to run across things as they come to me. I didn't want to ruin and spoil everything in the game. This field's nearly done already here. We're going to have probably about 3%, I think, left of fertilizer here by the time we complete this field. So we are going to have to buy more fertilizer for whenever we decide to re-drill that field right there that we just harvested. It's right there. But that's fine. I mean, we're making enough money off these fertilizing contracts that that's fine. Now, we're not going to have enough money to buy a silo from these fertilizing contracts. I guess potentially if we continue to do some more contracts here, we would, but we're not going to have enough to do it now. We're going to have to wait until the next episode for sure, at a minimum. 6%, so I was off by 3%. That's not too bad. So let's go ahead and collect that. Gets us at $16,173. That's pretty good. Before we close out the episode, I do want to look at... Well, let's look at the used market first of all. Is there anything out here? Not really, no. Nothing for us. I mean, I'd love to have a shed. Our equipment's just kind of sitting outside. If I had a shed, it makes it even a little bit more realistic that I left, you know, the grain in the actual harvester itself. But I'm not seeing a whole lot that we're going to be able to put down. I mean, everything's pretty expensive. I don't think the harvester would even fit through that. I mean, our tractor doesn't even hardly fit through that. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing out there, unfortunately. Oop. Not too far there. Silos are 20, at least a minimum. So, yeah, we'll have to think about it and have to do some more contracts, certainly, in the next episode to get us there. But we are in a better shape. We've got another piece of land. We're going to re-drill that in the next episode. And then probably find some more contracts and hopefully start putting some stuff down around the farm for the maize, right? Regardless if it's the silo or if it's, you know, some kind of placeable to put into the maize itself, whatever. We got a long way to go. We got an uphill battle here, but we've got to get ourselves in a better position with more land so we make more money so we can actually utilize that money to build the maize back up. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. There are more videos in the corners for you to check out if you're interested. And until next time, I'll catch each and every single one of you in the next episode.